Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Distant Worlds 2, episode number 28 in our series as the Xenox, our little cat empire. Now, I'm going to try to speak a little softer today since, well, that's just the way it has to be at the Tortuga household right now. But one of the things I want to start off with instead of resources, since we don't really have a whole lot of resource stuff to cover, is I will go with diplomacy. I don't like this display most of the time, but if you want to intentionally target using it, it kind of gives you an idea of how loved or hated you are in the galaxy. The weird thing to me is that we are not green to ourselves. It's a little weird. But anyway, well, this is the displaying the color is the diplomatic relations. I suppose that maybe our systems shouldn't have a bubble at all unless somebody else is occupying them, in which case it would make sense to put a friendly or hostile bubble accordingly. Anyway, I just want to show you that we have the Xenox allies. These are the Actarians and these are the other Actarians, so it's very clear how the people of the galaxy are dividing. It is the cats and dolphins versus everyone else. And we've already seen that the Actarians have been a little bit aggressive. Oh, this isn't actually an Actarian. Who are these guys? Yeah, they are Actarians. Actarians. Okay, good. Oh, that's just an Actarian colony. That's me, of course. Anyway, so the one downside of this, I think, at least I consider it a downside, is the Teekans. I would like to have them actually on our side. I see no reason, at least, to fight them. But it looks like that's the way things are going to go, especially if we want to expand. And people have mentioned, I think there's a little bit of unrest waiting for Tortuga and his cat people to start conquering others. Sure, I've shown off blowing up a homeworld, and that I still think that that's a very impressive feat, but yeah. So we'll probably try to get into conquering. Also, colonies. So let's start also with an update about colonies. There's been some very nice comments reminding me that I have no troops on my new colony. And although we've seen that didn't end up horribly for Canaroth, we eventually took it back. It probably was a big punch in the face economically. Okay, so actually all of our colonies now are positive in money, including Piantil, which is the one that we lost and then retook. Has 400 million people now. You can only imagine what that would have been if it hadn't lost all the original, if it hadn't been taken over originally. And does it only have Xenox people? It does, okay. Because eventually people talk about having your more colonies and introducing other species into the, what's the name of the Cateran Empire. We can do it, but it does require, unfortunately, a little bit more overhead. You have to manage your populations, make sure that the cat people are going to the ice planets, the Actarians are going to the water planets, stuff like this. That's the reason why I don't even want migration treaties, because I don't have any planets where I want anybody except for cat people to settle. I guess I should have made that a little bit more clear earlier, but it's kind of a mess. As soon as you introduce other species into the mix, it's always been something that you've dealt with. This is in Distant Worlds' original as well, but sometimes I've even played, I have not infrequently played games where I set very, very negative, like, not just enslaved, but like slaughter population standards just to reduce the micromanagement. Anyway, one of the things I want to do on this new colony is I want to get an administration building, which is currently lacking. Planetary Administration Complex, I think that's the one I'm looking for. So it jumps right up the tree. I guess we don't have to build the previous one. Yeah, we have all these high-tech research academies developing now. But because we have and this is one of the reasons why I don't think we need to double up the colonization modules. Right now, passengers, 171 million. This was recently founded. I think it's, to me at least, it seems very clear that this was not by population growth alone. A lot of this came down to passenger ships ferrying new people over here. At least I don't know. I guess we could go back and do the math. If it was 11%, this is, I guess, annual. And how many years ago would we have had to have found it? We have to do our reverse exponential, our exponential decay by 11% per year and see when was it founded. Does that match up? But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to assume that there's a significant contribution to people arriving by passengers, or as passengers by passenger ship. But that does also beg the question of what we want to do with our colony management. And like I said, people mentioned my new place does not have any troops on it. So what I want to do is garrison a couple of these troops, and then we want to move a couple of these troops, which means I'm going to actually find Control Group 3. I don't know where these guys are. Are they still at Piento? They still are. Amazing. So we're going to move a couple troops over. I really only need to move one person here. I only need one to actually ferry some troops. Okay, who are you? You're in the Intrepid counter. So we'll just send the Intrepid encounter. Get 2 troops over there. So I'll have you head over to my planet. On the troops there. And then we'll have the fleet form back up after that. So that'll be at least 2 troops on that planet. Considering it already has 100 and whatever million, I probably could just recruit the troops directly. But I think we have kind of an abundance of troops, and I talked about how it's really important to get ahead on the troop creation game, but then at the same time, now I'm like, wow, we actually have a lot of troops, so maybe we don't need to get any more ahead. 3 garrisoned here. I think 3 is overkill, even probably. Well, 3, I guess, yeah. For home planet, we should probably at least have 3. And because home planet is home planet, let's put 4. I mentioned before, I think, but I don't think the home planet itself will be invaded. It seems very unlikely that they would get... Well, it's possible, actually. They could do like a lightning raid, but we have good defenses all around the home planet. Even like civilian ships, the civilian ship density, if we go to Hairball. The civilian population here, I guess they can invade from this side. But there's just a lot of guns that'll be pointed at them if they head in this direction. If they actually try to take out the spaceport, then that's really going to be a tough time for them, since I did make both the resort and the research station bordering the spaceport, so we have some overlapping fields of fire. Okay, so let's move on then. Research, always research. Okay, advanced fusion physics is going to finish in 118 days. Well, it's a good thing. And that's going to be just a V2 upgrade, and that's going to be enough for us to get a good understanding of where we'll be for power generation when we do our improved destroyers, which I haven't actually taken a look at here. Fast destroyers have higher ship speed. That's interesting to consider. Heavy destroyers have 3-2. Fast destroyers only have 2 large. That seems bad. They have 1 hangar. They also actually have 13 general purpose spots, which is interesting. Now, I don't think with only 4 engines I'm going to be able to choose the heavy destroyer. The fleet destroyer to me is the one that jumps out as the best option. It's kind of how it is for like all the different ones. Actually, it has +5 counter and +5 targeting, whereas the heavy destroyer has +10 targeting, and the fast destroyer has +0 for those. A little surprising, actually. I guess the speed, +10% speed, makes up for the countermeasures, since I think speed does have some interaction with hit chance. Yeah, I think the most well-rounded one here. Just look at the levels. The level 1 is the heavy destroyer, the level 2 is the fast destroyer, but the level 3, that's the highest level, so therefore it must be the best one, right? Yeah, okay, so they all have the same sensors, all the same hangars, all the same defenses. No, that's not true. Fast destroyer has 1 less defense. And then weapons and engines are the big differentiation. But I'm looking at that fleet destroyer. I think that's a very good option. I'm always partial to the middle ground. I'm hedging my bets always. So until we figure out which one's the best, I think I'll go with that hedge bet solution. Okay, Well, I guess we can look at whatever else we're doing. So we know what kind of improved destroyer we'll do. That's great. This will take 2.5 years. So let's make that like 1.5 years after we crash research it. I'm not sure we'll be able to crash research it right away, so I'm giving a little bit of lead time, a little bit of time there. Although technically our population should be growing, and that is a gradual increase in research as time goes on. Officer training, we actually, although we chose this one, we have somebody trying to steal it right now, which would be great. And then better shields, I mean, why not? I think better armor would be a high-ish priority. I think we have already done that. Where is armor? Damn it. It is down here, right? Yeah, very confusingly. I think this is a pretty confusing layout that they have. Like, engines, hyperdrive, this could go below any... I mean, they could, like, the gradient should be weapons, semi-weapons, like, you know, they're not weapons, but they're defensive armaments, like shields, armor, and then go down to, like, peripherals, like, I don't know why I call it peripherals, they're integral parts of the ship, but engines, reactors, and hyperdrive. Anyway, despite the confusing layout, we can figure it out. Armor is down here. The next one is pretty high up there. Not too bad for research, and it is a V2. No, enhanced armor does not go to V2. Ion sheath does, but it'll go to reactive armor. So it'll require a refit, but that's not the worst thing. I mean, I'm being very lazy about my ship designs. 10 minutes in, we're only doing research, but this is the best part, right? I'm going to tell myself. And we have options to steal this tech because we have this Bhaskaran consciousness, which certainly a menacing foe just sits there and has all the tech in the game. I think we're wise to be leery of them. Could probably get like large civilian ships for cash influx. It also has useful things like medium colony ships. I mean, I don't know if it's that useful. I just talked about how passenger ships are able to deliver the things you need. Okay. We could go down the construction route too. Man, I'm just not sure. It's always I probably ask myself the same questions multiple times. We'll leave the screen now. I mean, just because I need to make progress in the game, but it's something that I'll go back to probably when the episode's over. So let's make progress. We're at peace for once, even though we have people who are kind of aggressively attacking us, which I forgot about, but now I've remembered. Defense pact with the Octarians. I don't really want to get embroiled in further wars, which is why I don't really want a defense pact. And this is us offering it, so no, I'm not going to offer that. Yeah, okay, we'll take another. Oh boy. Are we at war with the Hakonish Union? Did they declare war on us? Is there something I don't know? And by the way, our reputation is just it's almost gone away. I mean, I've seen it having a negative impact. I was looking at our relations with like the BIS Syndicate, and I have no dislove for the Teekans. They have dislove for me mainly because, well, I guess mainly because we're friends with their enemies, which is why I'm upset that the Actarians and Teekans are going at it. But yeah, we're definitely not at war with the Hakonish. They just hate our guts. They hate our guts more than the Montarans, like 3 times as much. And we just destroyed the Montaran homeworld. So that really says something, doesn't it? We destroyed their homeworld, and these guys hate us 3 times more than that. Well, okay. I mean, I guess we did destroy a lot of other planets for the Hakonish Unions. And hey, you know what? Keep this up, buddy. And we will... I think that we'll find a way to do some more damage. Anyway, it looks like we have Group 2 here. Oh, okay, so this is just a brawl for... It's my system, buddy. Sorry. So this is going to be a full-on fight, which is kind of cool. I assume this is, yeah, what we're looking at here. So, should I focus fire? Kill the destroyer. 12. What do they have? Strength 365, so their destroyers are really packing a punch. Lots of missiles. 3 concussion missiles. My goodness, if they could stand off fight, they would be like really, really, really potent. And especially with the point defense. I don't know about the cannon. I mean, I think there's better things against missiles, but this is, I think, good against fighters. So that's also, yeah, that's a good... Well, any point defense is going to be somewhat effective. Mega density of fuel cells? That's what the Hakonish get? I did not realize that. I mean, just judging by the fact that this ship has no other good tech, that must be the Hakonish thing. Okay. Because I'll never pass up an opportunity to examine the tech screen. Just hold W to get us down to the fuel. Yeah, it's Hakonish. Huh. Well, that's pretty cool. Maybe we should become friends with them and trade for that tech. Okay, yeah, not gonna happen. Oh, I didn't want to dismiss. I actually wanted to look at that. What system was this in? Oh, this is the same one. Okay, well, it is. Prepare to get out of there with this guy. So our heavy escorts have the same strength as their destroyers, but that goes down. You can switch over to the next one. And are you're, oh man, our shields really are holding. Oh god, I clicked their ship. I was like, no, my ship? What? There it is. Completely intact. Yeah, and these guys in the back are going to be intact. So this one, which took, is just an escort, which absorbed all the damage and is still at 100%. Now, I don't think it's going to be able to make the whole fight. Wow, it might be able to make the whole fight. To be safe, I probably should just get it out of there, but let's see, what else do we have? I think that there's no other destroyers, and we can kind of let them free fire. So let me just prepare to this guy to jump. Let them do their thing for a while. I do prefer the focus fire just because that is the best way to make sure you kill these ships without them escaping. However, we have just done such a bang-up job on this. It just shows you that, oh, there is a destroyer. And this one's a little bit outdated. Meanwhile, by the way, Baskaran Consciousness begins Construction Academy. I want to go and check what that is. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Underwater Leviathan. Okay, so, mission complete but exposed. Kupi has been exposed. Where was he? Ah, the beta cupula. Okay, so he got what? Officer training. Okay, well that's probably... Oh, wow, he got a lot of... I mean, he cut this basically in half. I think that we won't ask him to return there. Yeah, let's have him switch over to our new favorite target, which will be the Baskaran Consciousness. Especially because it seems like they don't have any counter-espionage to speak of. They have obviously very, very good tech, but they also don't have any... I mean, the success probability is really good against them. Which does surprise me. Energy Megalabs, my goodness. That's the next one, I think, of the energy research. Which, I mean, it'd be great to jump... Well, no, the maintenance does double. Oh, man, it's just they have so much tech. Okay, so I think I need to approach this the other way around. I need to target a tech and then go find it, rather than just scan and try to find a tech that I'm interested in. We haven't really done anything as far as fighters go, although the Xenox are not a fighter-heavy, or at least they don't seem to favor fighters, bombers, interceptors, any of those. Large civilian ships, that's again one I could definitely stand to have. Defense bases, is there any defense base? I don't think I need defense bases What we need is hyperdrive inhibitors, and maybe that's what I should do next, in fact. Because without... I mean, bases are kind of silly if the enemy just jumps around them. So what am I looking for? It's actually up here. Yeah, hyper jump inhibiting is probably what I want. The range is pretty low though. Only 3,000 up to 4,000, 6,000, 8,000. It's basically there we go. This is what I want. Gravity well generator. So that's pretty far down the tech tree. I'm not sure we'll be able to do it. So this is basically only going to help us against home planets. I mean against planets. Unless we have like a fuel station or something we really, really deem it worthy. You can put these, I mean the size is only 20. You can put them on like almost anything. But I don't know if you'd want to. Maybe you would want to. Let me get it from, let me just start toying with the idea. So hyper, oh my gosh. I don't see any scroll window. How do we get an H out of that? Okay, it's not so bad. Hyper jump inhibiting. 94%, let's do that. Okay, very good. Now back to our battle here, which is obviously going extremely well. There was a destroyer. Do I want to focus on the destroyer? See, I don't think we're going to kill things unless we focus on it. Might not be true. We had one guy who was very low. Is everyone... I think everyone's just doing fine. Except for them. That guy's gonna go down now. Okay, switch targets. We completed advanced fusion research. That's great. So I feel like we just started that one. Improved destroyers. Let's go ahead and ratchet this up. Wait, do we have anybody stealing improved destroyers? No. Okay, yeah. So we can just... Well, we can't afford it. 150 is where we're at right now. We need... Oh, my gosh. We have 149 and we need 150. So, like, just wait a moment here and we'll be okay. Oh, this guy is our new target. Well, I guess we should finish this guy off since... Jumping. There he is. Over this way now. This guy's just taking absorbing all the fire from the rear. That was quick. Guess we should take over or destroy. Fortunately, I think we're gonna have to destroy it. I'm pretty sure that they took it from us, but we'll rebuild another one. Oh yeah, it's so close to going down. Let's just attack it and kill it. Okay, attack these troop transports. Don't let them get away. These are expensive ships to build. Looks like they are trying to flee now. Which makes sense, by the way, now that the... Oh, I'm sorry, you just kind of got left behind. Okay, and go kill this one as well. Oh, wait, what? What is going on here? This is very unusual. Okay, so these guys want to offer us protection. Look, I don't think we need it. Oh, wow. Free Aldrin Guilds has declared war on a Hakonish Union. Well, in my opinion, that's a very good thing. And they want to offer a non-aggression treaty. Yes. In fact, I should probably follow up and see if we can get more out of that. Those are definitely one of the people I'd like to be friends with. Yeah, so we already have a restricted trade agreement. What if we can upgrade that to a limited trade? Ah, too soon. Damn. Is there anything that we can offer each other? Not really, huh? Maybe I can just give them a gift? Looks like we're going to end up being friends with them. You have formed beneficial treaties with our friends. We like your style of government. We have signed a new treaty with you. That won't go away, but the non-aggression treaty will be there. So I guess the next step is just trying to find a way to get more treaties with them, but I'll have to wait. So are these guys really here? It's like for real? Let's go attack him, I guess. Oh, we just left this guy at 0%. Hey, look at the Montaran Empire. They have a new leader, and this is the one that's going to stick this time. Donato Icarus. And Gordos has completed, against the Boscaran consciousness, component prefabrication. That is a good one. I'm very glad we're getting that. What? Wait, what happened there? Kind of glitched out. It doesn't want me to research this one. Very suspicious. Now I definitely want to research it. Yeah, so we'll go over here and kill... Oh, is he going to get out of there in time? Come on, guys. I have to say it, but that guy's going to be a goner. Okay. Once he jumps now, he's also going to be a goner. He's jumping. Nope, didn't get out. Kill this guy. And then we'll have to kill that other one too. So somebody asked me if I'm scooping these things up. I thought that my civilians come and do it. I definitely have seen other people doing it. Yeah, this is all just news about these guys. There's a ton of parts out here. I don't have time to sit there and right click. This is good, but where is this? Probably extremely far away. It's not going to be very helpful. By the way, did my colony get the new troops yet? It did! Alright. We have succeeded in defending our planet. Very good. Do we want to continue to train? And I think infantry-wise, we're probably doing okay, but if we want to manage troops, I would consider buying more of the armor troops for invasions. And I think we're kind of okay where we are. The money, okay, by the way, gotta crash research this. The money that we're spending on troops is not too significant. I guess we can take a look, but I just imagine it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, so we have 5,000 for troops, 5,500 for troops, and 13,000 for ships. That is kind of a lot. I mean, it is. I'm surprised it's such a large fraction of our budget. Where facility maintenance is like the lion's share of everything. In fact, it's more than both the ship and troop maintenance combined. Now, I think the Xenox do have, or we have some ship maintenance benefits. No, it's the Akdarians who get the global one. So what is this Construction Academy? I want to go find out what this is. Is it this? I don't think so. Construction Academy. Construction Academy. Is it down here? Okay, it's just the first tier of the high-tech stuff. Good. Okay, they want Defense Pact, they want Migration. I knew it. I knew it. Can I just, like, cherry pick? No. I can probably speak to them and get the deal I want. But I'm not sure I'm really want to do that. So we'll just kind of right click these and Mac, you're doing something more interesting to me. So you actually stole efficient point defense from the Galaxies. And since you didn't get detected, I will send you back. Somebody mentioned, by the way, oh, the double agent. So Mac has been very successful. There hasn't been any reports. Somebody has mentioned, do you know that Mac is a double agent? I think he's not our only double agent. Don't we have more than one? Okay, so you're uninhibited, you're sober, which is good. You're a double agent. You're uninhibited, that's what I already saw. You have no traits, and you have no traits. Okay, so good. We have a double agent, and you know, in theory this makes this guy a lot worse at everything. It just so happens that his concealment is 23 ranks up. So even with the negative modifier, he's positive. And true with his espionage as well. So we've just done espionage and concealment so much. Well, I think mostly the stuff that he's doing is espionage. That's his success chance. But concealment, I think, is your chance of being detected on those missions. Anyway, he may be a double agent, and he may... I thought there was actually a way of telling if he was leaking information. I thought there was events related to it. But I don't see anything. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely had his fair share of failures. The thing is, he brings in tech, and even if he is dispersing my tech, I kind of don't mind. It's a net gain for me if he only leaks the technology to... Like, if 2 out of 11 people happen in the galaxy get a new tech, now one of the 11 other people already had that, but that still means that 7 other people don't get the tech, and you know that means that the 2 people who got it are better off, and the 1 person who didn't have it still lost it to us and somebody else. I mean, it's just it's a proportional game. It's kind of the same way I view rule the waves, like, you know, whether or not you want to sell your tech to somebody else. Yeah, I generally do, because it's still only benefiting one of the other 5 players. It's it's not raising the entire playing field, but it is helping me. So we'll go back and do that one again, even though, yeah, it is surprising that my double agent working for a very friendly people has been successful. I would have expected him maybe to not be successful. Alright, so we got something going on here. This destroyer, what is it even doing here? I don't know. And a Xenox Technocracy is here too. Very strange. What the heck is this guy doing out here? Oh, I bet he must have jumped away. And that's that. Okay. So are we good now? Guess we go back and repair and... Oh god, get me off the diplomacy menu. Yeah, let's go back and repair, I guess. We've really put down this group of troublemakers. And we have group 1, I suppose this is at our home planet or something? Yeah. We could trade and move group 1 over here instead. It might be a good idea. Let me do that. Oh, maybe I don't need to. By the way, if these guys retrofit, oh wow, all the designs are the latest. That just means that I haven't upgraded my ships lately. Anyway, I'm actually going to call this video to a very early close. I need to, as a father, go prepare for Mother's Day activities. So I apologize for the shortened episode, but I at least can get it out on time if I do this, not have to wait another day. So let's see, what are we doing? What's our plan moving forward? With the idea in mind that we want to expand with other species, or even, I think our empire power is just going to skyrocket if we should never have made friends with these guys. We really need to turn on them, conquer their planets, and like absorb them into our empire. That to me seems like, from a min-max standpoint at least, the best way forward. It's just really stupid that I have already, like, from a role-playing perspective, it's just like, it's like the Americans or the British, nowadays being like, well, the smartest expansion move would be to take over the British. You'd have to, we're like in such good terms that it wouldn't make sense to do it, right? So how do I get around that? Where they're freaking euphoric with us. Oh my gosh. I am not sure how this will work. We could start breaking off everything. My goodness. So many trees. I'm not going to do that right now. I think that's a great... it would be good to like let... I don't think we can do it, honestly. I'm not sure. It'll take a lot of management of diplomacy stuff. And it might turn the whole empire against us, which, by the way, might happen anyway. Because once you get too powerful, the other empires do generally turn on you. So if we wanted to get ahead of the curve, we could just we'll be more powerful when they all hate us. But we can probably do this just as effectively by incorporating new planets and just carefully managing the races. You can do it. I can do it. We can do it. Okay, until the next episode, that's my plan. So thanks for watching. Stay safe and take care. And happy Mother's Day to be surprised by however many mothers are out there.